Kids are inheriting money, retirement plans, art, and real estate. And unfortunately, because we're not taught about money in school, they're financially illiterate. They need help. They need guidance.
What we do as a company is we enable people and empower people to, number one, get the knowledge, but get comfortable with the knowledge in everyday language. We put people in a position to maximize those dollars.
With the wall of wealth coming, you can build to a securities business and create income for your team, income for yourself, and wealth for your clients that changes not just your life, but generations.
Please welcome Scott Fletcher.
All right. Thank you. Hey, happy to be here today. My name is Scott Fletcher. I'm with Mark Drake out of Michigan, Josh Payne out of California, and we have a crazy show for you today. I mean, it is going to be power-packed. We got a ton of speakers from all over the country that are going to talk to you about the Wall of Wealth. And before we get into, the different speakers with things, we're going to just spend a couple minutes and just kind of, play things out a little bit. Mark, for people who, I don't know, may have been under a rock, quite frankly. I mean, this Wall of Wealth thing is like all over the place. But for anybody who's not really familiar with it, take them through a little bit of what's the Wall of Wealth about?
Well, we were first introduced to the idea back in the early mid-90s when Bill Arender brought this phrase to our attention.
Yeah.
He talked about, 2011 being the first year that the boomers start turning 65 and that there's going to be this massive wave of money that's going to begin flowing, whether it's through rollovers, people retiring, or transferring money from one heir to another. And over the years, as we've talked more about that and understood that more, that number keeps going up and up and up. And I think we were talking this past week about what those numbers look like, and I think and again, these numbers change. It's very, very fluid, but it's like $65 trillion over the next 20 years, 80 trillion over the next 30, and almost 100 trillion over the next 40 years. It's really staggering to think about that, because I think it's an inconceivable number. So I think that's the whole idea, is this money is in movement, it's in motion, and all we got to do is kind of stand in the wave of it.
Yeah, so as those baby boomers pass away, money's going to change generations, right? And we've got this tsunami, if you will, of money that's coming down. And so, Josh, like we were talking about this morning, right? We're throwing around numbers like trillions, like it's, nothing. I mean, put it in perspective.
Yeah. So I remember the first time I heard Bill Arender's CD, and it blew my mind then. And to think about,
CD.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Some people probably don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
But to think about what $90 trillion is, to quantify it a little bit, I want to talk about distance, weight, and time. Right? When you think about putting $1 bill on top of $1 bill, you do $90 trillion. That goes up 6 million miles, which is 23 times from here to the moon. That's how much money that is. When you think about weight, it's 840 metric tons. And I go, well, what does that mean? That's like 7 aircraft carriers piled up on top of each other, okay? And then when you think about time, I said, if I was to start counting today to $90 trillion, or 90 trillion, how long would that take? And you're talking 2.8 million years if you were to do one number every second. Right? So it just shows us the astronomical number that is, and the opportunity, obviously, that comes along with that.
Where did you come up with those? That is crazy, man.
Clearly the brains between the three of us.
Yeah, obviously. Thank God you're on, quite frankly, because the two of us might not have been able to get that at all. I always heard, $1 trillion was $1 million a day for 3,000 years, right? I mean, however big it is and whatever the actual number is, there's an opportunity here,